The Hourglass Keeper's Gift. A soothing sleep story. Close your eyes and let your breathing become slow and steady, like the gentle turning of an hourglass, grain by grain, moment by moment. Tonight you will journey to a place that exists outside the rushing current of time, a sanctuary where the most peaceful moments in human history have been carefully preserved, waiting to welcome weary travelers like you. You will meet the Hourglass Keeper, an ancient guardian who has spent countless ages collecting instants of perfect peace and storing them in crystalline vessels where they remain forever unchanged, forever accessible, forever offering rest to those who need it most. Let yourself drift now, away from the concerns of today and tomorrow, away from deadlines and obligations, away from everything that makes you feel rushed or pressured or behind. Float backward through time, or perhaps sideways through it, toward a place where time moves differently, where you can rest in moments that have already passed but never truly ended. Let your body sink deeper into comfort. Let your mind release its grip on worry, and let yourself be carried toward the Tower of Hours, where the Keeper is waiting to share their gift with you. Chapter 1. The Path Outside Time. You find yourself walking along a path you do not remember beginning. The ground beneath your feet is smooth stone, warm despite the twilight that surrounds you. Not quite day, not quite night, but something in between, a perpetual golden hour that feels like the exact moment before the world decides whether to wake or sleep. The light is gentle, forgiving, the kind that makes everything look softer and more beautiful than it does in harsh daylight. On either side of the path, mist drifts in slow currents, parting occasionally to reveal glimpses of other places, other times. You see a medieval garden through one gap in the mist, a child playing with a wooden toy. Through another opening, you glimpse a future city of elegant towers, someone sitting on a balcony watching ships sail through the air. But these visions are fleeting, like looking through windows on a moving train, there and gone before you can focus properly. You are not afraid. Something about this place feels safe, intentional, as though you are exactly where you are meant to be. The path curves gently upward, and as you follow it, the mist begins to thin. Ahead, rising from the twilight landscape like a lighthouse from fog, you see a tower. It is tall and slender, built of stone that seems to shift color as you look at it. Gray becoming gold, becoming silver, becoming something like captured moonlight. The tower has no obvious entrance at ground level, but as you approach, a doorway simply appears in the stone, an arched opening that glows with warm light from within, welcoming and kind. You pause at the threshold, and a voice calls from somewhere above, musical and ageless, neither young nor old, neither masculine nor feminine, but something that transcends such categories. Come in, weary one. Come in and rest. You have found the Tower of Hours, and you are most welcome here. The invitation feels irresistible, not because it compels you, but because it offers exactly what you need: rest, peace, escape from the relentless forward march of time that has been exhausting you. You step through the doorway into warmth and soft golden light. Chapter 2. The Tower's Heart. Inside the tower is far larger than it appeared from outside, the way magical places often are. The entrance opens into a vast circular room with walls that curve upward and upward, disappearing into shadow high above. But what captures your attention, what makes you gasp in wonder, are the hourglasses. They are everywhere, thousands of them, perhaps tens of thousands, arranged on shelves that spiral up the tower's inner walls like a double helix, like a galaxy rotating slowly around a central axis. Each hourglass is unique. Some are tiny enough to fit in your palm, others are as tall as you are, and a few are massive structures of glass and metal that must contain hundreds of gallons of sand. They come in every color imaginable. Some hold sand that gleams gold, others silver or rose or deep midnight blue. Some contain sand that seems to sparkle with inner light. Others hold sand that swirls with colors like oil on water. And each hourglass is running. The sand flows constantly, but you notice something extraordinary. None of them are ever emptying. The sand flows from top bulb to bottom, yes, but somehow the top never depletes. It is as though each hourglass contains infinity, as though the moments they hold are endless, eternally renewing, forever available. In the center of the circular room stands a figure, and you know immediately that this is the keeper. They are tall and slender like their tower, dressed in robes that seem to be made from woven time itself, fabric that shimmers and shifts, showing brief images of different moments, different eras, different lives. Their face is kind and deeply peaceful, with eyes that are very old and very young at once, eyes that have witnessed millennia, but remain full of wonder and curiosity. Welcome, they say, their voice resonating gently in the vast space. Welcome to my collection, traveler. You look tired. Time has been heavy for you lately, hasn't it? The endless forward pressure, the feeling that there is never enough, that you are always behind, always racing, always struggling to keep up with the relentless tick-tick-tick of clocks and calendars and deadlines. You nod, surprised by how precisely they have described your exhaustion, the weight you have been carrying without fully realizing it. The keeper smiles with infinite compassion. That is what brings most people here, when they manage to find the path. Time is not supposed to feel like a burden, you know. It is not meant to be an enemy constantly pursuing you, stealing your peace, making you feel inadequate. But in your world, in your era, time has become weaponized. People use it to measure worth, to create anxiety, to extract productivity. No wonder you are exhausted. They gesture to the thousands of hourglasses surrounding you, their movement making the images in their robes shift and flow like a river of moments. This is my life's work, though life is perhaps the wrong word, as I exist somewhat outside it. I collect perfect moments, instants of absolute peace, of pure contentment, of quiet joy that asks nothing and needs nothing. I preserve them here, in these hourglasses, where they remain forever accessible. And I offer them to travelers like you, as gifts, as rest, as proof that peace exists, has always existed, will always exist, even when your own time feels chaotic and demanding. You look around at the impossible collection, overwhelmed by its vastness. How do you collect them, you ask, your voice soft in the reverent space. The keeper's smile deepens. I am a wanderer through time, moving freely through history and future, through all the moments that ever were or will be. And I have learned to recognize peace when I encounter it, the quality of stillness, the signature of perfect contentment. When I find such a moment, I preserve it, capture it like a photograph, but more completely. I take the entire moment, the sights, the sounds, the feelings, the sense of safety and peace, and I store it here. And then they pause, their eyes twinkling with something like mischief. Then I invite weary travelers to step inside them, to experience them firsthand, to rest within moments of perfect peace until they feel ready to return to their own time. Your heart quickens with hope and curiosity. Step inside them? You mean, I can experience these moments? Actually be there? Yes, the keeper says simply. That is my gift to you tonight. I will show you some of my favorite peaceful moments from across history and future. You will step inside them, experience them as though you were actually there, and you will rest in their peace. No danger, no demands, no pressure. Just peace, preserved perfectly, offered freely. Would you like that? You find yourself nodding before you can even form words, your whole being crying out for the rest they are offering, for escape from the tyranny of time, for the chance to experience peace that asks nothing from you. Good, the keeper says warmly. Then let us begin. Let me show you that peace is not rare or difficult to find. It exists in small moments, in quiet corners, in simple experiences across all of human history. And it is yours, whenever you need it, preserved here forever. Chapter 3. The First Moment, a Garden in Ancient Rome. The keeper moves to one of the lower shelves, running their fingers along the hourglasses as though reading Braille, sensing something you cannot perceive. They stop at a medium-sized hourglass filled with sand the color of honey in sunlight, golden and warm and inviting. This one, they murmur. Yes, this is a good place to start. A gentle moment, peaceful and warm, from a garden in ancient Rome in the year 114 CE. They lift the hourglass carefully, cradling it as though it were precious and fragile, which you suppose it is. It contains a moment of human peace from nearly 2,000 years ago, irreplaceable and unique. They bring it to you, holding it at eye level so you can see the golden sand flowing in its eternal stream. Look into the sand, the keeper instructs gently. Watch it flow and let your vision soften. Let your focus drift. You will feel yourself being pulled toward the moment, and you must not resist. Trust that you are safe, that I am here, that you can return whenever you wish, simply by choosing to. Now, look deeply, and let yourself fall in. You stare into the flowing golden sand, watching it tumble grain by grain from top to bottom in the narrow waist of the hourglass. The individual grains begin to blur together, becoming a stream of liquid gold, and you feel a strange sensation, as though you are becoming smaller, or the hourglass is becoming larger, or perhaps space itself is rearranging. The golden glow intensifies until it fills your vision, and then you are standing in a garden. The transition is so smooth, so natural, that it takes you a moment to realize you have moved. You are no longer in the tower, but in a walled garden in ancient Rome, and the afternoon sun is warm on your skin. The air smells of herbs, rosemary and thyme and something else you cannot name, something green and growing. Bees hum lazily among flowering plants, their drone the very sound of peaceful industry, of warm afternoons that stretch on forever. You look down and see that you are dressed in simple Roman clothing, a tunic of undyed linen, comfortable and loose. But you understand somehow that you are not anyone specific, not inhabiting someone else's body, but rather existing as a gentle presence within this moment, able to observe and experience without changing or disturbing anything. Near you, an elderly man sits on a stone bench in the shade of a fig tree. His face is weathered and kind, lined with age but peaceful, content. He is doing nothing, not reading, not working, not even thinking particularly hard about anything. He is simply sitting, present in the moment, enjoying the warmth of the day, the buzz of bees, the smell of herbs, the dappled shade of the fig tree's broad leaves. This is the moment you realize. This simple, perfect instant of a man sitting in a garden, asking nothing, needing nothing, complete in himself. There is no anxiety here, no urgency, no sense that he should be doing something else or being somewhere else. There is only this: the garden, the warmth, the peace, the present moment fully inhabited and fully sufficient. You stand there, or perhaps you float there. Your form seems less solid than usual, and you absorb the peace of the moment. It seeps into you like the warm sunlight, gentle and gradual and thorough. You feel your own anxiety beginning to dissolve, the constant pressure to be productive, to achieve, to keep up with time's demands. Here, in this preserved moment from ancient Rome, time makes no demands. It simply is, flowing gently, allowing everything to exist in perfect sufficiency. You are not sure how long you remain in the garden. Time moves strangely in preserved moments, but eventually you feel a gentle tug, and the keeper's voice reaches you from far away. Whenever you are ready, you may return. Just think of the tower, and you will find yourself back here with me. You take one last deep breath of herb-scented air, one last look at the peaceful old man in his fig tree's shade, and then you think of the tower. The golden light intensifies again, and you are back, standing in the circular room, the hourglass still glowing golden in the keeper's hands. "Welcome back," they say with a gentle smile. "How do you feel?" You take stock of yourself and realize that something has shifted. The knot of anxiety in your chest has loosened slightly. Your breathing is deeper, calmer. You feel more present in your body, less caught up in the spiraling thoughts about all the things you need to do. "Peaceful," you say, surprised by how much you mean it. "I feel more peaceful." The keeper nods, pleased. That is the gift of preserved moments. The peace they contain is real, and when you experience it, you carry some of it back with you. Now, shall we visit another? I have so many to show you, and the night is young. Or perhaps it is old. Time is flexible here. Chapter 4. The second moment. A Japanese temple, 1680. The keeper returns the Roman garden hourglass to its shelf and moves higher up the spiral, their robes flowing behind them like captured time. They pause before a smaller hourglass, this one filled with sand the color of cherry blossoms, pale pink with hints of white. This moment is from Japan, they say softly, from a temple garden in the year 1680. Early morning, mist on the pond, and a monk sitting in perfect stillness. It is one of my most treasured moments, so simple, so profound. They bring the hourglass down and hold it before you once again. Same process, they remind you. Watch the sand, let yourself drift, trust the journey. You focus on the pink-white sand flowing through the narrow waist, and again you feel that strange sensation of falling or expanding, or moving through space that isn't quite space. The pink glow fills your vision, and then you are kneeling on a wooden platform overlooking a pond. The air is cool and damp with morning mist, which hovers over the water's surface like a living thing, shifting and curling in response to breezes you cannot feel. The pond is perfectly still beneath the mist, reflecting the gray-pink of dawn sky. Koi fish occasionally break the surface with gentle splashes, sending ripples across the reflection. But even these disturbances feel peaceful, part of the natural rhythm of the place. You are wearing the robes of a Buddhist monk, though again you understand you are not inhabiting someone specific, but rather experiencing this moment as a presence, a witness. Beside you on the platform, another monk sits in meditation, their back straight but not tense. Their breathing so slow and steady it is barely visible. Their face is serene, empty of thought yet fully present, existing in that paradoxical state of alert stillness that meditation masters achieve. The moment has a quality of absolute presence. There is no yesterday here, no tomorrow, only this. The mist, the pond, the koi, the stillness, the breath. You feel your own mind beginning to quiet, the constant chatter of thoughts and worries fading like the mist will fade when the sun rises higher. Here, in this preserved moment of meditation, there is nothing to achieve, nowhere to go, nothing to become. There is only being, pure and simple and complete. A bird calls somewhere in the garden, a clear bell-like note that hangs in the misty air and then fades. The meditating monk does not react, does not break their stillness, but somehow their peace deepens, as though they have absorbed the bird's song and transformed it into more stillness, more presence. You sit in this moment, floating in it really, like a leaf on the still pond, and you feel something inside you relaxing at a very deep level. Not just your muscles, not just your immediate worries, but something more fundamental, some core tension you have been carrying for so long you had forgotten it was not your natural state. Here, in this preserved morning at a Japanese temple, you remember that peace is possible, that stillness is real, that the mind can be quiet and the heart can be calm. Time passes, or does not pass. It is hard to say which. But eventually you feel the gentle tug again, the keeper's voice inviting you back, and you think of the tower. The pink-white light intensifies, and you return to the circular room, the cherry blossom hourglass still glowing softly in the keeper's hands. The peace of meditation, the keeper says quietly. One of the most powerful forms of peace humans have discovered. The peace that comes from being fully present, from letting go of past and future and simply inhabiting now. You carried a bit more of it back with you this time, I think. I can see it in your face, in the way you hold yourself. You realize they are right. You feel even calmer now, even more centered. The two moments of peace you have experienced are accumulating within you, building a foundation of stillness that feels more solid, more reliable than the anxious rushing you are accustomed to. More? The keeper asks, their eyes twinkling with anticipation. I have favorites from every era, every culture. Let me show you the breadth of human peace, the 1,000 different ways humans have found to rest, to be still, to exist in contentment. Chapter 5. The Third Moment. A firelight story in prehistoric times. The keeper climbs higher up the spiral, and you follow, marveling at the endless array of hourglasses, each one containing its own moment of peace from somewhere in time. The keeper stops before a large hourglass near one of the tower's windows. This one filled with sand the color of firelight, deep orange and gold with flecks that seem to spark and glow. "This is one of the oldest moments in my collection," the keeper says with something like reverence. From approximately 30,000 years ago, before agriculture, before cities, before so much of what you think of as human civilization. But peace is older than civilization, you see. It is one of humanity's most ancient experiences. They lift the heavy hourglass carefully. This moment is from a cave in what will someday be called France, on a winter evening when a small group of humans gathered around their fire and told stories. It is peaceful in a different way than the previous moments. Not the peace of solitude, but the peace of belonging, of safety in numbers, of being held by community. You watch the glowing orange sand flow, and once again you feel yourself falling toward it, into it, through it. And you are sitting in a cave, warmed by a fire that crackles and pops, sending up sparks toward the smoke-stained ceiling. The cave is not large, but it feels safe, protected from the winter wind that howls outside the entrance. The fire fills the space with dancing orange light and deep shadows that shift and move. Around the fire, perhaps 10 people sit, men, women, children, dressed in furs and leather, their faces painted with ochre, their hands scarred from hard lives, but their expressions peaceful, content. An older person is telling a story, their voice rhythmic and melodic even though you cannot understand the words. The language is too ancient, lost to time except in this preserved moment. But you don't need to understand the words to grasp the meaning. This is a story about the hunt, about bravery and cooperation, about humans working together to bring down a great beast and feed their people. The storyteller's hands move expressively, casting dramatic shadows on the cave wall, and the listeners are rapt, children wide-eyed with wonder, adults nodding with appreciation, everyone connected in this moment of shared narrative. This is peace of a primal kind, you realize. The peace that comes from being safe when the world outside is dangerous, from being warm when winter rages, from being fed when hunger is always near, from being together when alone would mean death. This is the peace of community, of belonging, of being part of something larger than yourself that protects and sustains you. You feel it seeping into you, not just the warmth of the fire, but the warmth of connection, of knowing you are not alone, of being held by a group that will support you because you are one of them. In your own time, in your own life, you have been feeling isolated, disconnected, as though you must face all your challenges alone. But here, in this ancient cave, you remember that humans are meant to be together, that peace is easier to find when you are not carrying everything by yourself. A child laughs at something in the story, a bright sound that echoes off the cave walls, and the adults smile, indulgent and warm. The fire pops, sending up a shower of sparks. Outside, the wind howls, but inside is warmth and safety, and the timeless peace of gathered humans sharing stories and firelight. You remain in the moment, absorbing its peace, until the familiar gentle tug pulls you back toward the tower. You think of the keeper, and the orange glow intensifies, and you are standing once more in the circular room, feeling warmer now, not just physically, but emotionally. The keeper sees it in your face and smiles. The peace of belonging, they say softly. Humans need it as much as they need food or shelter. You have been trying to do everything alone, I think. Carrying all your burdens yourself, forgetting that peace is easier when shared. when you allow yourself to be part of something larger, when you let others help hold your weight. Their insight is uncomfortably accurate, and you nod slowly, recognizing the truth in it. The moments will teach you, the keeper continues, if you let them. Each one holds not just peace but wisdom, not just rest, but understanding. Come, there is more to see, more to experience. Let me show you peace from other times, other places. Chapter 6. The Fourth Moment. A medieval monastery garden. The keeper continues their ascent up the spiral shelves, and you follow, feeling lighter now, less burdened. The 3 moments you have experienced have begun to change something in you. Or perhaps they are reminding you of something you once knew but forgot. Some capacity for peace that got buried under stress and urgency and the relentless demands of modern life. The keeper stops before an hourglass filled with sand the color of lavender, soft purple with hints of gray and green. This moment, they say, running their fingers affectionately along the glass, is from a monastery in England in the year 1247. A monk tending his herb garden at sunset, singing psalms to himself, completely absorbed in the simple work of caring for growing things. They bring the hourglass down and hold it before you. By now the process feels familiar. Watch the sand, let yourself drift, trust the journey. You focus on the flowing lavender sand and you are standing in a walled garden as the sun sets. The sky streaked with orange and pink and deep purple. The air is cool and smells strongly of herbs. Lavender, yes, but also sage and mint and chamomile. A heady mixture that feels medicinal, healing. The garden is arranged in neat geometric beds, each one devoted to different plants, everything ordered and tended with obvious care. A monk in rough brown robes moves between the beds, pulling a few weeds here, checking the moisture of the soil there, cutting sprigs of herbs and placing them in a basket on his arm. He is singing to himself, a plainchant in Latin, his voice untrained but sincere, the melody simple and repetitive and soothing. He is not performing for anyone. He sings simply because it brings him joy, because it sanctifies his work, because it connects his labor to something larger than himself. You feel the peace that radiates from him, the peace of purposeful work done without hurry, of caring for living things, of being part of cycles larger than individual human life. The plants he tends have been tended by monks before him and will be tended by monks after him. He is a link in a chain, a moment in a long story of humans caring for the earth and being cared for by it in return. The sunset deepens, the sky becoming more dramatic, but the monk does not rush. He continues his slow, methodical work, singing his simple song, completely present in what he is doing. There is no sense that he wishes he were elsewhere, doing something more important or interesting. This work is enough. This moment is enough. He is enough. You feel yourself absorbing this lesson, the peace that comes from accepting the work in front of you, from being fully present in simple tasks, from finding sacredness in ordinary things. In your own life, you are always rushing through tasks, always thinking about the next thing, always feeling that what you are currently doing is not quite enough, not quite worthy of your full attention. But here, in this monastery garden at sunset, you learn that everything deserves presence, that all work can be sacred if approached with the right spirit. The monk finishes with one bed and moves to another, his song continuing, his movements patient and practiced. A bell rings somewhere in the distance, calling the brothers to evening prayers, but there is no urgency in the sound, no sense of demand. It is simply information, a gentle reminder, and the monk will finish what he is doing before he responds, because this work too is prayer, this tending too is worship. You remain in the moment, breathing the herb-scented air, listening to the simple song, feeling the peace of purposeful presence. When the keeper's gentle summons reaches you, you return almost reluctantly, wishing you could stay longer in the lavender twilight of the monastery garden. You open your eyes in the tower, the lavender hourglass still glowing softly in the keeper's hands. The peace of purpose, the keeper says. The peace that comes from being absorbed in work that matters, work that serves, work done with full attention and care. In your time, work has become something to rush through, to resent, to escape from. But work can be peaceful, can be meditative, if approached with presence and acceptance. You nod, feeling the truth of this settle into you alongside the other lessons the moments have taught. Chapter 7. The fifth moment, a future city's observation deck. Now, the keeper says with a smile that suggests mischief, let me show you something different. All the moments so far have been from the past, from history you might have read about. But I told you I wander through time in all directions. Peace exists in the future too, in times yet to come. Would you like to see it? Your eyes widen with curiosity. You can preserve moments that haven't happened yet. Time is not as linear as you perceive it, the keeper says gently. Past, present, future. These are useful categories for human consciousness, but they are not absolute truths. All moments exist simultaneously, in a sense. I can access peace wherever and whenever it occurs. And there is so much of it in humanity's future, so many quiet moments of contentment yet to be experienced. Let me share one with you. They climb higher, toward a section of shelves you have not yet explored. The hourglasses here seem to glow more brightly, their sand more luminous. The keeper selects one filled with sand that looks like liquid starlight, silver blue and shimmering. This moment is from approximately 300 years in your future, from a city built largely underwater, where a person sits on an observation deck and watches marine life swim past in the blue depths. It is night, and the underwater city is lit from within, and the peace is unlike anything you have experienced before. They hold the hourglass before you. You watch the starlight sand flow, and you are sitting in a chair made of something like glass but warmer, more organic, in a room with curved, transparent walls that look out into deep ocean. The water outside is illuminated by lights from the city you are in. You can see other structures nearby, elegant buildings that seem to grow organically rather than being constructed, all lit from within with soft bioluminescent light. The water between the buildings is alive with movement. Schools of fish swim past like silver clouds. A graceful manta ray glides by like an underwater bird. Jellyfish pulse with internal light, drifting in slow-motion ballet. You are wearing clothing unlike anything in your time, fabric that seems to adjust itself constantly for perfect comfort. Technology so advanced it feels like magic. But what strikes you most is not the future technology, but the profound peace of the moment. The person whose experience you are sharing, or perhaps you are that person, it is hard to tell, feels deeply content, deeply at ease. They have no anxiety about their life, no sense of urgency or pressure. They simply sit and watch the ocean life swimming past, mesmerized by the grace and beauty of it, feeling connected to the vast ecosystem they are now part of. The peace you feel here is the peace of humanity that has solved its problems, that has found ways to live sustainably, that has moved past the crises and conflicts of your current era into something more harmonious, more balanced. The person in this moment does not worry about climate change or resource depletion or conflict between nations, because humanity has worked through those challenges. They have inherited a world that, while not perfect, is stable, peaceful, sustainable. You feel something like hope mixing with the peace. Hope that this future is real, that it is coming, that humanity will make it through the difficult transition and emerge into this serene future where people can sit in underwater cities and watch manta rays swim past and feel nothing but contentment and wonder. A dolphin appears in the distance, its form ghostly in the illuminated water, swimming with powerful grace. It seems to notice you through the transparent wall and changes course slightly, approaching closer, its intelligent eye appearing to make contact with yours for a brief, profound moment before it swims away into the blue depths. You sit in wonder, in peace, in hope, until the keeper's summons draws you gently back. The starlight sand intensifies, and you return to the tower, feeling different now, changed by what you have seen. The keeper sees it and nods with satisfaction. The peace of hope, they say softly. The peace that comes from knowing that difficulty is temporary, that humanity moves toward better futures, that peace awaits in times yet to come. You needed to see that, I think. Your present feels so troubled, so unsolvable. But futures exist where the problems are solved, where peace prevails. This is not fantasy, but reality. Reality that simply hasn't arrived yet in your timeline. You feel tears in your eyes, moved by the gift the keeper has given you. Permission to hope, evidence that peace persists through time, that humanity's story continues toward better chapters. Chapter 8. The Sixth Moment. A reading nook in Victorian England. Come, the keeper says, noting your emotion but giving you space to process it. Let me show you a cozier moment now, something more intimate. Not every piece is grand or profound. Sometimes it is as simple as a comfortable chair, a good book, and rain on windows. They select an hourglass filled with sand the color of old books, cream and brown and faded gold. This is from 1883, from a house in Yorkshire, England. A woman reading by firelight on a rainy afternoon, completely absorbed in her novel, tea growing cold at her elbow because she has forgotten to drink it. Pure contentment, pure absorption, pure peace. You watch the book-colored sand flow and you are sitting in a wing-back chair near a fireplace, wrapped in a shawl, a book open in your lap. The room is small and cozy, wallpapered in a pattern of faded flowers, filled with comfortable old furniture and the smell of wood smoke and old paper. Rain patters steadily against the windows, visible in gray streams down the glass. The fire crackles and pops, casting warm light that dances across the pages of your book. You are deeply absorbed in the story, something gothic and romantic, involving moors and mysterious strangers and secrets locked in old houses. The real world has fallen away completely. You are no longer in Victorian Yorkshire, but in the world of the novel, experiencing its drama and romance as though it were real. This is the peace of total absorption, of complete focus, of being so engaged with something that time stops and worries dissolve, and nothing exists except this. The story, the words, the world within the pages. The tea at your elbow has indeed gone cold, but you do not notice or care. The clock on the mantel ticks steadily, but you do not hear it. The world outside continues its business, but you are not part of it. You are here, in this chair, in this story, in this perfect bubble of contentment that asks nothing and needs nothing except to be allowed to continue. This is a peace you recognize from your own life, or at least from your past, before life got so busy and demanding. You remember afternoons when you could lose yourself in books, when reading was not a luxury squeezed into spare moments, but a main activity, something deserving of full attention and unlimited time. You remember the joy of being so absorbed in a story that you forgot to eat, forgot to check your phone, forgot that anything existed outside the world of the narrative. When did you lose this? When did reading become something to feel guilty about, something to rush through, something that could only happen in stolen moments between more important tasks? Here, in this Victorian reading nook with rain on the windows and a fire crackling, you remember that absorption is not laziness, that losing yourself in stories is not wasted time, that peace often comes through doors marked unproductive. You remain in the moment, reading page after page, the story unfolding, the fire warming, the rain creating its own gentle rhythm. When the keeper summons you back, you mark your place reluctantly, wishing you could stay and finish the novel. You return to the tower, the book-colored hourglass still glowing gently in the keeper's hands. The peace of absorption, the keeper says with a knowing smile. The peace that comes from complete engagement with something that interests you, from allowing yourself to become so focused that self-consciousness disappears and time becomes irrelevant. Your era has made this kind of peace difficult. There are so many distractions, so many demands on attention, so much guilt around spending time on things that do not produce measurable results. But the soul needs absorption, needs the chance to forget itself and merge with something beyond itself. Whether that is a story or music or art or any other portal into flow states. You nod, feeling the loss of this kind of peace in your own life, but also feeling hope that you might reclaim it, might give yourself permission to become absorbed again. Chapter 9. The Seventh Moment. A Child's Discovery in Ancient Egypt. The keeper continues upward, and you follow, feeling now that you are climbing not just through space but through time itself, through all the moments of peace that humanity has ever experienced or will experience. The hourglasses seem to sing as you pass them, each one humming with its preserved moment, creating a symphony of captured time. The keeper stops before a small hourglass, delicate and beautiful, filled with sand the color of the Nile at sunrise, pale gold touched with green and blue. This one is special, they say softly. It is from ancient Egypt, approximately 2500 BCE, during the construction of the Great Pyramids. But it is not from the construction site itself. It is from a child playing by the river while their parents work. The peace of innocent wonder, of discovery, of being young enough that the whole world is still magical and new. They hold the small hourglass before you, and you watch the sunrise-colored sand flow. The pull is gentler this time, appropriate for the small, precious moment you are about to enter. And you are a child, perhaps 5 or 6 years old, crouched at the edge of the Nile in the early morning light. The river stretches wide before you, its surface rippling with light, the far shore visible but distant. The air is already warm, promising heat later, but now it is perfect. Comfortable, gentle, fresh with the smell of water and silt and growing things. Behind you, you can hear the sounds of adults working, calling to each other. But those sounds are far away and unimportant. What matters is here, right here at the water's edge, where you have discovered something wonderful, a frog, small and green and perfect, sitting on a rock just at the waterline, its throat pulsing gently, its gold-rimmed eyes watching you watch it. You have never seen anything so beautiful, so fascinating. You are completely absorbed in studying it. The texture of its skin, the way its feet grip the rock, the patient stillness with which it waits, watching for insects. This is the piece of childhood wonder, of encountering the world with fresh eyes, of finding magic in small things. The frog is not just a frog, but a marvel, a mystery, a perfect small creature that exists in its frogness, with complete sufficiency. You feel no need to catch it or disturb it. Simply observing it is enough, is everything, is a perfect moment that fills you with quiet joy. The sun rises higher, painting the Nile in shades of gold and rose. The frog suddenly jumps, splashing into the water with a sound like a kiss, and you laugh with pure delight at the surprise of it, at the perfection of the movement. Somewhere in the distance, pyramids are being built, history is being made, great events are unfolding. But here at the river's edge, you have discovered a frog, and this is all the history, all the importance, all the meaning you need. You feel yourself absorbing this piece, the piece of wonder, of curiosity without agenda, of finding joy in small discoveries. When did you lose this? When did the world stop being full of marvels and become instead a place of obligations and deadlines? Here, as a child by the ancient Nile, you remember that wonder is always available, that magic persists in the smallest things if you are willing to pay attention, to crouch down, to observe with the total focus of a child who has found a frog. The keeper's summons reaches you gently, and you return to the tower, still feeling the warmth of Egyptian sun on your skin, still hearing the splash of the frog jumping. The piece of wonder, the keeper says, their eyes soft. Children know this piece instinctively, but adults must relearn it, must practice seeing the world with fresh eyes, must remember that miracles are everywhere if you are willing to notice them. You have been living in your head, in worries and plans and abstractions. But peace is often found by returning to the senses, by paying attention to the actual world, frogs and rivers and sunlight, and small perfect moments that ask nothing except to be noticed. Chapter 10. The Eighth Moment, A Baker's Dawn in 18th Century Paris. Almost there, the keeper says, climbing higher still. A few more moments, and then I will give you a choice, a special gift. But first, let me show you the piece of creation, of making something with your own hands. They select an hourglass filled with sand the color of fresh bread, golden brown, warm and inviting, with hints of amber. Paris, 1750, they explain. A baker in the early morning hours, kneading dough before the sun rises, completely absorbed in the rhythm of the work. in the pleasure of creation, in the knowledge that what they make will nourish their community. One of my favorite kinds of peace, the peace of craft, of skill practiced until it becomes meditation. You watch the bread-colored sand flow, and you are in a bakery before dawn, your hands deep in dough, kneading with practiced rhythm. The bakery is warm from the ovens that have been heating through the night. The air smells gloriously of baking bread, of yeast and butter and caramelizing crust. Your hands work automatically. Push, fold, turn, push, fold, turn. The rhythm is natural as breathing, perfected over decades of practice. The dough is smooth and elastic under your hands, alive with yeast, responsive to your touch. This is meditative work, you realize. Your mind is quiet, focused entirely on the sensation of the dough, the rhythm of kneading, the transformation happening under your hands. You are not thinking about anything else, not worries, not plans, not problems. There is only this: the dough, the rhythm, the warm bakery, the approaching dawn visible through the windows. You feel profound satisfaction in this work. You are making something real, something that will nourish people, something necessary and good. There is dignity in this labor, purpose in these early morning hours. When the sun rises and your neighbors wake, they will come to your bakery and buy your bread, and it will sustain them through their day. You are part of a web of mutual care. You feed them, they support your business. Everyone contributes what they can to the community's well-being. The peace you feel is the peace of meaningful work done with skill and care. It is the peace of being useful, of having a craft, of knowing that your hands can create something valuable. In your own time, in your own life, you often feel disconnected from the results of your work, unsure whether what you do matters or helps anyone. But here, in this Paris bakery before dawn, you feel the certainty of contribution, the satisfaction of creation, the peace that comes from making something real with your own hands. You shape the dough into loaves, placing them gently on floured boards to rise. Your movements are efficient but not rushed, practiced but still attentive. This is work done with love, with respect for the process, with understanding that good bread cannot be hurried, that some things must be allowed to unfold in their own time. When the keeper calls you back, you return with flour still dusting your hands, the smell of baking bread still in your nostrils, and a deep sense of peace in your chest, the peace of creation, of craft, of work that matters. The peace of making, the keeper says. Humans are creators, and there is profound satisfaction in making things with your own hands, in mastering a craft, in producing something that serves others. Your digital age has distanced many people from this kind of peace. So much work is abstract now, done through screens, disconnected from physical creation. But the soul needs to make things, needs to feel the satisfaction of transformation, of taking raw materials and shaping them into something new and useful. Chapter 11. The Ninth Moment, a stargazer in the American Southwest, 1920. The keeper is climbing higher still, almost to the top of the tower now, where the oldest and newest moments live in close proximity, where time curves back on itself. They select an hourglass filled with sand the color of night sky, deep blue-black scattered with silver sparkles like stars. This moment, they say, their voice hushed with reverence, is from the Arizona desert in 1920. A person lying on warm rock after sunset, watching the stars emerge, feeling small in the best possible way, experiencing the peace that comes from recognizing one's tiny place in the vast cosmos. The peace of perspective, of awe, of cosmic insignificance that somehow feels like grace rather than dismissal. They hold the starry hourglass before you, and you watch the night sky sand flow, and you are lying on sun-warmed sandstone, the heat of the day still radiating from the rock beneath you, looking up at a sky full of stars. More stars than you have ever seen, more stars than you knew existed. The Milky Way stretches across the sky like a river of light, like a road made of stars, so bright and clear that you can see its spiral structure, can understand why ancient peoples saw it as a pathway for souls. Without light pollution, without the veil of modern civilization, the universe reveals itself completely, overwhelming in its vastness and beauty. You feel yourself shrinking, becoming smaller and smaller as the scale of what you are seeing sinks in. Those stars are suns, many of them larger than Earth's sun, and they are so far away that their light has been traveling for years, decades, centuries to reach your eyes. You are seeing not the present, but the past, looking backward through time at light that began its journey before you were born, before your parents were born, before human civilization existed in its current form. And somehow this vastness is comforting. Your problems, which feel so large and overwhelming in your daily life, shrink to their proper proportion. What does your anxiety matter against the backdrop of billions of galaxies? What does your heartbreak signify in a universe so vast that human language has no words adequate to describe it? You are smaller than a grain of sand on a beach that stretches around the world, and this smallness is not diminishment, but liberation. The peace you feel is the peace of perspective, of understanding that you are part of something infinitely larger than yourself, that your individual struggles are real but also temporary, contained, survivable. The universe will continue its vast rotation, whether you solve your problems or not, whether you succeed or fail, whether you are anxious or at peace. This knowledge could be terrifying, but instead, it is freeing. You can let go. You can relax your grip. You can trust that the universe will hold you as it holds everything else, not with personal care perhaps, but with the vast impersonal care of physical law, of gravity and time, and the patience of cosmic forces. A meteor streaks across the sky, bright and sudden and brief, burning up in Earth's atmosphere. It is here and then gone, its entire visible existence lasting perhaps 2 seconds. Like a human life, you think, bright and brief against the backdrop of cosmic time, but no less beautiful for being brief, no less meaningful for being small. You lie on the warm rock and watch the stars slowly wheel across the sky, their positions shifting imperceptibly as Earth rotates. You feel held by the rock, held by gravity, held by the planet, held by the solar system, held by the galaxy, held by the universe itself. You are part of the web of existence, connected to everything, and this connection is peace, is grace, is enough. When the keeper calls you back, you return slowly, reluctantly, wanting to stay under that star-filled sky. But you carry the peace back with you, carry the perspective, carry the liberating smallness. The peace of perspective, the keeper says softly. The peace that comes from understanding your place in the cosmos, from recognizing that you are both infinitely insignificant and infinitely precious, both meaningless and meaning itself. This paradox is one of the deepest sources of peace available to humans. The ability to hold your own smallness and your own significance simultaneously, without contradiction. Chapter 12. The Keeper's Choice. The keeper carefully returns the starry hourglass to its shelf and turns to face you fully. You are near the top of the tower now, the spiral of shelves stretching below you like a galaxy made of captured moments. The light is softer here, more golden, and you realize that the night outside the tower has been growing lighter, that dawn is approaching in the timeless twilight that surrounds this place. You have experienced 9 moments now, the keeper says, their ancient eyes warm with affection and something like pride. 9 different forms of peace, 9 different ways that humans across time have found rest, contentment, stillness. And I can see the change in you, the accumulation of peace, the loosening of tension, the remembering of what it feels like to be at ease in yourself and in the world. You realize they are right. The knot of anxiety that has been your constant companion for so long has not disappeared entirely, but it has loosened significantly. You feel more present in your body, more aware of your breath, more connected to the moment you are currently inhabiting. The 9 moments of preserved peace have taught you, changed you, reminded you of capacities you had forgotten you possessed. But now, the keeper continues, I want to offer you a choice, a gift more precious than any I have given you so far. They gesture to the shelves surrounding you, to the thousands upon thousands of hourglasses, each one glowing softly with its captured moment. You may choose one hourglass to take with you when you leave, one moment of peace that you can carry back to your own time, your own life. Whenever you need it, whenever the anxiety becomes too much, whenever you feel overwhelmed by time's demands, you can return to that moment. You can step inside it and rest there until you feel ready to continue. Your breath catches. The gift is more generous than you expected, almost overwhelming in its implications. To have access to perfect peace whenever you need it, to carry a piece of timelessness back into your time-bound life. It seems impossible, too good to be true. But choose carefully, the keeper adds, their voice gentle but serious. You can only take one. So consider what kind of peace you need most, what kind of rest would serve you best, what moment calls to you most strongly. It need not be one you have already visited. You are welcome to explore others. Or you may choose one of the 9 you have already experienced, now that you know what they offer. Take your time. This is an important choice. You look around at the countless hourglasses, feeling both excited and overwhelmed by the possibility. So many moments, so many different forms of peace. How can you possibly choose just one? May I? You hesitate, then continue. May I explore a few more before deciding? I want to make sure I choose well. The keeper smiles. Of course. In fact, I was hoping you would say that. There are 2 more moments I would very much like you to experience before you choose. Moments that might help you understand something important about the nature of peace itself. Will you trust me to guide you through them? You nod without hesitation. The keeper has been nothing but kind, nothing but generous, and you have learned to trust their judgment, their understanding of what you need. Good, the keeper says. and begins climbing higher still, toward the very top of the tower where the newest moments live, where futures not yet experienced await their preservation. Chapter 13. The 10th Moment. Your Own Future. Near the very top of the spiral, the keeper stops before an hourglass you had not expected to see. It is filled with sand the exact color of your eyes. You recognize it immediately, unmistakably, as though looking into a mirror made of time. The keeper lifts it carefully, reverently, and turns to you with an expression of deep compassion. This moment, they say softly, is from your own future. 5 years from now, in your own life, sitting in a place you will come to love, feeling peace that you earned through surviving what you are currently surviving, through learning what you are currently learning. I preserved this moment specifically for you, knowing you would find your way here tonight, knowing you would need to see it. Your heart pounds. Your own future? Peace from your own life? From a time you have not yet reached? It seems impossible, paradoxical, but the keeper holds the hourglass steady, their expression serious and kind. This is not usually done, they admit. Showing people their own futures is dangerous, can interfere with the natural unfolding of events. But in your case, I believe the benefit outweighs the risk. You need to see that you make it through. You need to know that the peace you are seeking is not just possible, but inevitable, already real in a future that is approaching even now. Are you ready? You nod, too overwhelmed to speak. The keeper holds the hourglass before you, and you watch the sand that is the color of your own eyes flowing, and you are sitting in a chair you recognize, in a home you recognize, though it is not your current home, but somewhere new, somewhere light-filled and peaceful. It is a morning in autumn. You can tell by the quality of light, by the color of leaves visible through the window. You are holding a cup of tea, still warm, and you are simply sitting, not doing anything else, not filling the moment with distraction or productivity or anxious planning. You are just sitting, drinking tea, looking out the window at the autumn morning, and you feel peaceful. Not because everything in your life is perfect. You can sense that there are still challenges, still difficulties, still things that require attention and care. But the constant anxiety is gone. The feeling of being chased by time, of never being enough, of drowning in demands, that is faded. You have learned to live differently, to prioritize differently, to protect your peace more fiercely. You have learned to say no to things that deplete you, yes to things that nourish you. You have learned that peace is not something you find once and keep forever, but something you choose again and again, in small moments and large decisions. You see evidence of this learning in the space around you. The home is simpler than your current living space, less cluttered, filled with only things that matter. You have let go of obligations that were draining you, relationships that were one-sided, ambitions that were driven by fear rather than genuine desire. You have built a life that fits you, that allows you to breathe, that makes space for peace. And you feel proud, not arrogant or boastful, but genuinely proud of yourself for surviving what you are currently enduring, for learning what needed to be learned, for doing the hard work of changing patterns and choosing differently. Future you is grateful to present you for not giving up, for continuing to seek peace even when it seemed impossible, for making the small choices that accumulated into this calmer, more grounded life. You sit in your future peace, drinking your future tea, and you feel hope flooding through you. This is real. This is coming. You will make it through your current difficulties and emerge into this autumn morning, this peaceful home, this life where you have learned to breathe. The keeper's summons reaches you, and you return to the tower with tears streaming down your face, overwhelmed by gratitude and relief and hope. You see, the keeper says gently, wiping away your tears with careful fingers. Your peace is already real, already waiting for you. All you must do is continue moving toward it, continue choosing it, continue believing it is possible. The future you just experienced is not guaranteed. Futures can change based on choices, but it is likely, probable, the natural result of the path you are already on. You are doing better than you think. You are closer to peace than you realize. Chapter 15. The Choice. The keeper leads you back down the spiral of shelves, descending through layers of preserved time, past all the hourglasses you have visited and thousands you have not. When you reach the main floor of the tower, they gesture to the vast collection surrounding you. So, they say, their voice warm with affection, you have seen what I have to offer. You have experienced different forms of peace across history and future. You have learned that peace is real, attainable, waiting for you in many forms. And now you must choose. Which hourglass will you take with you? Which moment of preserved peace do you need most? You turn slowly, looking at the countless hourglasses, each one glowing with its captured moment. The Roman garden, the Japanese temple, the prehistoric cave, the monastery garden, the future underwater city, the Victorian reading nook, the Egyptian river, the Paris bakery, the stargazing desert, your own future peace, this present moment in the tower. So many choices, so many different forms of peace. But as you consider, as you let your intuition guide you, you find yourself drawn back to one particular hourglass. Not the most dramatic, not the most obviously peaceful, but the one that resonates most deeply with what you need, what you are ready to learn, what will serve you best in your own journey. You may imagine here which moment calls to you most strongly, which peace you would choose to carry back with you. That one, you say, pointing to your choice. That is the peace I need most. The keeper nods, unsurprised, as though they knew all along which you would choose. They retrieve the hourglass carefully and bring it to you, placing it in your hands. It is warm, pulsing gently with the life of the moment it contains, and as you hold it, you feel its peace already beginning to settle into you more permanently. This moment is yours now, the keeper says formally, solemnly, as though performing a ritual that has been performed countless times across countless visits. Whenever you need it, simply hold this hourglass, watch the sand flow, and let yourself fall into the moment it preserves. You may visit it as often as you need. The moment will not deplete or fade. Peace, when properly preserved, is infinite. It can be shared endlessly without diminishing. You cradle the hourglass against your chest, feeling its warmth, its gentle pulse, its promise of rest whenever you need it. But remember, the keeper adds, their voice gentle but firm, the hourglass is a tool, not a solution. It can offer you rest, can remind you what peace feels like, can give you refuge when you need it. But the ultimate goal is to learn to create peace in your own moments, to bring the quality of attention and presence you experienced in these preserved moments to your own daily life. Use the hourglass when you need it, but also practice being present. Practice choosing peace. Practice inhabiting your own moments fully. That is how healing happens. That is how transformation occurs. Chapter 16. The Return. It is time, the keeper says, looking toward the tower's entrance where dawn light is beginning to filter through, golden and gentle. Time for you to return to your own life, your own timeline, your own journey. But you will not return unchanged. You carry peace with you now, both in the hourglass you hold and in the lessons you have learned, the experiences you have absorbed, the understanding you have gained. You feel a pang of reluctance to leave this place, this sanctuary outside time where peace is preserved and offered freely. But you also feel ready to return, ready to practice what you have learned, ready to bring presence and attention to your own moments, ready to choose peace when you can, ready to rest in preserved peace when you need it. Will I be able to find my way back, you ask? If I need more help, more moments, more teaching? The keeper smiles. The path to the tower exists for those who need it. When you are truly lost, truly desperate for peace, truly ready to learn, you will find your way here again. Or perhaps by then, you will have learned to create such peace in your own life that you will no longer need to visit preserved moments. That is what I hope for you. Not that you become dependent on my collection, but that you learn to create your own moments worthy of preservation, your own islands of peace in the stream of time. They walk you to the entrance and you step out into the dawn light, the hourglass still warm in your hands. The path stretches before you, leading back toward your own time, your own life. But it looks different now. Not threatening or demanding, but simply a path, neutral, something you can walk at your own pace, something you can choose to experience with presence rather than anxiety. Thank you, you say, turning back to the keeper, trying to put vast gratitude into inadequate words. Thank you for the gift of these moments, for the lessons, for the reminder that peace exists, for showing me I will make it through. The keeper bows slightly, their robes shimmering with captured time. Thank you for visiting, for being open to learning, for choosing to seek peace rather than simply enduring suffering. Go well, dear traveler. Remember what you learned here. Practice presence. Choose peace when you can. And when you cannot, rest in the moment you carry with you. They step back into the tower, and the doorway begins to fade, becoming translucent, becoming memory, becoming something you cannot quite focus on. But it does not disappear completely. You sense it is still there, still accessible, simply waiting until you need it again. You turn and walk down the path, the hourglass warm against your chest, the lessons settling deeper into your understanding with each step. The mist parts before you, and you see your own time approaching, your own life waiting to be lived with more presence, more peace, more conscious choice. Epilogue. Carrying peace forward. You wake in your own bed, in your own time, the morning light gentle through your curtains. For a moment you wonder if it was all a dream, the tower, the keeper, the moments of preserved peace. But then you feel the weight in your hand, and you look down to see the hourglass, still warm, still glowing softly, still holding its moment of perfect peace. It was real. It is real. You sit up slowly, holding the hourglass up to the morning light, watching the sand flow in its endless stream. Just looking at it, you feel calmer, more centered, more able to face the day ahead. The constant anxiety is not gone completely. You suspect it never will be, not entirely. But it is quieter now, more manageable, less overwhelming. You have learned something essential in the Tower of Hours. You have learned that peace is real, attainable, preserved in moments across all of time. You have learned that you will survive your current difficulties and emerge into a calmer future. You have learned that presence and attention can transform ordinary moments into peace, that you do not need to wait for perfect conditions or solved problems to experience contentment. Most importantly, you have learned that peace is a practice, a choice, something to cultivate rather than something to chase or capture. The hourglass in your hand is a tool, a reminder, a refuge. But the real work is learning to bring the quality of peace you experienced in those preserved moments to your own life, your own days, your own simple activities. You place the hourglass on your bedside table where you can see it, where its gentle glow can remind you of what you learned, of where you went, of who you met, and what they taught you. And then you begin your day, not frantically, not anxiously, but with presence, with attention, with the conscious choice to inhabit this moment fully, rather than rushing through it toward some imagined future when you will finally be allowed to rest. You make tea slowly, mindfully, paying attention to the smell of the leaves, the steam rising from the cup, the warmth spreading through your hands. You look out your window at the morning. Really look. See in the quality of light, the movement of leaves in the breeze, the way shadows fall and shift. You breathe deep and slow, feeling the air move in and out of your lungs, feeling your own aliveness, your own presence in this particular moment. And you discover something wonderful. This moment, this ordinary morning in your own life, contains peace too. Not the dramatic peace of ancient temples or future cities or starlit deserts, but real peace nonetheless. The peace of presence, of attention, of being fully here rather than lost in worry or regret or planning. You are creating a moment that could be preserved in an hourglass, you realize. You are living the lesson the keeper taught you. You are practicing peace. The day unfolds from there, and it is not perfect. There are still challenges, still difficulties, still moments of anxiety and stress. But you have the hourglass when you need it, a refuge you can enter when the world becomes too much. And you have the practice of presence, the understanding that peace is available in each moment if you are willing to pay attention, to slow down, to inhabit your life rather than racing through it. Over the following days and weeks, you find yourself returning to the hourglass often, watching its sand flow when you need calm, stepping into its preserved moment when you need deeper rest. Each visit reminds you what peace feels like, reinforces the lessons you learned, strengthens your ability to recognize and create peace in your own moments. And gradually, over time, you need the hourglass less frequently. Not because you have forgotten what it taught you, but because you have learned to apply its lessons, to create your own islands of peace in the stream of time. You learn to pause during your day, to breathe consciously, to pay attention to simple pleasures, to be present rather than constantly racing ahead or looking back. You learn that peace is not about having perfect circumstances or solved problems, but about how you relate to your circumstances, how you inhabit your moments, how you choose to be present even in difficult times. You learn that you can carry peace with you wherever you go, not in an hourglass, but in your own awareness, your own practice, your own conscious choices. And sometimes, on quiet nights when sleep is slow to come, you think of the keeper in their tower outside time, endlessly collecting moments of peace, endlessly offering them to weary travelers who find their way to that timeless place. You think of all the hourglasses spiraling up the tower's inner walls, each one holding a perfect moment, each one proof that peace exists, has always existed, will always exist, available to those who seek it, to those who remember how to be present, to those who understand that time is not an enemy, but a stream you can learn to float in rather than drown in. You touch the hourglass on your bedside table, feeling its warmth, its gentle pulse, its promise. And then you close your eyes, you slow your breathing, you let yourself sink into sleep, trusting that your dreams will be peaceful, trusting that you will wake to another day in which you can practice presence, trusting that peace is always available, always accessible, always waiting patiently for you to notice it, to choose it, to embody it. The keeper's gift was not just the hourglass, but the understanding that came with it. Peace is real. Peace is possible. Peace is yours whenever you remember to be present, to pay attention, to inhabit your moments fully. And with that understanding, you sleep. And your sleeping is deep and restful and healing, held by the knowledge that you are not alone in your seeking, that peace is preserved across all of time, that you have learned what you needed to learn and will continue learning, continue growing, continue moving toward the calmer future you glimpsed in that autumn morning yet to come. Sleep now, dear one. Sleep peacefully. You have visited the Tower of Hours and learned its lessons. You have drunk from the well of preserved peace and found it sweet and nourishing. You have remembered what matters, what helps, what heals. The hourglass glows softly on your table, its sand flowing endlessly, and you drift deeper into sleep, deeper into peace, deeper into the understanding that you are held, that you are safe, that you are learning to live differently, more gently, more presently. And in your dreams, you return to the tower. You climb the spiral of shelves, you see the keeper smile in welcome, and you understand that this place is always accessible, not just when you physically visit, but in memory, in practice, in the quality of attention you bring to your waking life. The tower exists wherever you choose to be present, wherever you practice peace, wherever you remember that this moment, right now, is enough. You dream of hourglasses filled with every color imaginable, each one holding a moment worthy of preservation, worthy of honor, worthy of rest. And you understand that your own life is creating such moments too, that every time you choose presence over anxiety, every time you pause to breathe deeply, every time you pay attention to the world around you with genuine curiosity and care, you are creating a moment that contributes to the universe's collection of peace, that adds light to darkness, that reminds everyone who encounters you that peace is possible, that calm can be chosen, that presence is always available. You are becoming a keeper of sorts yourself, not a guardian of preserved moments and hourglasses, but a practitioner of peace in your daily life. Someone who remembers what matters, someone who chooses differently, someone who is learning, slowly but surely, to inhabit time rather than being chased by it. In your dreams, the keeper speaks. You have done well, dear traveler. You have learned what you came to learn. And now you must live what you have learned, must practice it daily, must remember in each moment that peace is yours to choose. The hourglass will help when you need it, but the real magic is in you, in your growing ability to be present, to pay attention, to find peace in your own moments. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Trust that you are healing, growing, becoming more fully who you were meant to be before anxiety and rushing and time's demands obscured your true nature. Will I see you again? You ask in the dream. Always, the keeper replies, their smile warm and certain. I am wherever peace is preserved, wherever presence is practiced, wherever someone chooses to inhabit their moment fully rather than rushing through it. I am in every conscious breath, every mindful pause, every choice to be here now. You carry me with you always, just as you carry the lessons of the tower, just as you carry the peace you experienced in those preserved moments. We are never truly separate. You and I are both part of the great web of consciousness that practices presence, that honors peace, that remembers what matters. The dream shifts and changes, becoming less visual, more feeling, more essence. You float in peaceful darkness, held and safe, understanding without words that you are exactly where you need to be, that everything is unfolding as it should, that you can trust the process of your own healing and growth. And now, dear one, it is time to let the story fade, to let yourself drift deeper into true sleep, into the restoration your body and mind need. You have journeyed through time. You have experienced peace in many forms. You have learned that you will survive your current difficulties and emerge into calmer waters. You have been given the gift of preserved peace and the knowledge of how to create peace in your own moments. Let yourself rest now in this knowledge. Let your body become heavy and relaxed, sinking deeper into the bed beneath you. Let your breathing slow and deepen, natural and easy, like waves on a gentle shore. Let your mind release its grip on waking thoughts, on worries and plans, and all the things that usually keep you tense and alert. The hourglass is on your bedside table, real or imagined, glowing softly in the darkness, a reminder that peace exists, that it has been preserved across all of time, that it is always available to you. The keeper watches over the collection, patient and kind, ready to welcome you back whenever you need to visit, whenever you need to remember, whenever you need to rest in moments that ask nothing and offer everything. You are safe. You are held. You are healing. And in this moment, right now, you are at peace. Sleep deeply, dear traveler. Dream gently. Rest completely. The tower stands outside of time, waiting. The moments are preserved, glowing softly. The sand flows endlessly in its hourglasses, grain by grain, moment by moment, piece by piece. And you sleep, and in sleeping you heal, and in healing you remember, and in remembering you become more fully yourself, calm, present, able to find peace in ordinary moments, able to trust that time is not your enemy but simply the medium through which you move, like a fish moves through water. like a bird moves through air, naturally, easily, without struggle or resistance. Good night, dear one. Good night. May you wake tomorrow more rested, more peaceful, more able to be present in your own precious life. The keeper watches over you. The tower stands waiting. The hourglasses glow with preserved peace. And you, dear traveler, you sleep. You sleep deeply and peacefully, held by the knowledge that peace is real, that it exists across all of time, that it is yours whenever you remember to choose it, to practice it, to embody it in your moments. Sleep now. Sleep. The end.